Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will learn how to create this amazing website using only HTML and CSS. As you can see on my computer screen, I have this one logo here, and I have this one image, and I also have this amazing text. Plus, I have this one navigation bar, and also lastly, I have this amazing button. We will create this by using only HTML and CSS. So before starting this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So without wasting time, let's start the video. Hello guys, welcome back again. So here on my computer screen, I've created one folder called web page, and inside this folder we have two files, one for my HTML and one for my CSS. And I also have this one image that I'll be using to create this web page. We don't need that, we can delete that one. So okay, cancel. So we can open this folder with VS Code. So just say open with code. So here is my HTML and my CSS file. So as you can see, I've already written the basic HTML structure, and also I have the basic CSS like giving the margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box, and font family. Come back to HTML file. Now inside this file, I have already connected my HTML with CSS file. Also, I have this link from Google Font that I'll be using to create this web page. Now come to the body. Now here in the body, we'll create one header tag with a class site header. And add their clear fix. Now inside this header tag, we'll create one nav, and inside this nav, we'll create one div with a class name logo. And inside this div, we'll create one h1 tag, and we'll just say COVID dot. Now come at the end of this div tag, we need to create another div with a class name menu. Inside this div, we'll create UL, and also we'll create li. Now copy this. We need to create more list. So change this to about, symptoms, blog, and lastly we need to create contact. Now if you save this, open with your Google browser. Now you can see we have our logo and also we have our navigation bar. Next we need to come at the end of this nav, we need to create one section, and inside this section we'll create one div with a class name left side. Inside this div we'll add one img source, which is pic.png. We don't need alt, you can just remove that one. At the end of this div tag, we need to create one more div, the class name right side. Inside this div, we'll add span, and we'll add a text that says COVID-19 awareness. Change this to capital letter. So next we need to create a h1 tag also that says stay safe, stay home. Also next we need to add one p tag, and here I'll just go to this website called to collect some dummy text. It's taking time, so let's just load it again. For the meantime, let's continue. We'll add one button here, and this button will add a text that says how to prevent. Also I'm going to add my paragraph here. Save it. We just need 2 lines. Save it, and now reload your web page. This one. Now you can see we have our image, and also we have our button here. So next we need to style this web page. So go to your CSS, and you can see I've already written the basic CSS. Now we need to copy this class, which is site header. For this class I will give width 100%. Next we'll add height of 100, view height, background, next we need to add background. Still, for this one it will be linear gradient, not background attachment. It should be background. And here we'll add linear gradient. Next we need to add clip path. For this one I will use polygon, and I will give it 0%. Next 100% and 0%, and lastly I will give it 100% by 80%. Now for our next class we need to style our nav. Doesn't have a class or an ID, so it will be just a nav. So for this one, for this class we'll give width 50%, height 100 pixel. Next we'll say display flex, and lastly color to be white. Next we need to style is our logo. So we have a class dot logo. For this class we'll give width 50%. Also height will give 100 pixel. So we need to change this one to, we couldn't have the same nav and the logo 50%. So I'll change the first one to 100. So now if you save, go back to your web page, reload. Still we have nothing. So come back to your CSS. Next will is our menu. For this class we'll give width 50%, height 100 pixel. Save, reload the web page. So we need to style this image. So next we need to do is dot menu ul. So for this one, for this class I'll give width 100%. Next we'll say height 100 pixel, display flex direction, row, justify content, space around, and lastly align items to be at the center. Next is for our list. Here I will say list style none. We'll add font size 12 pixel. Next we'll add font weight, bold, should be text transform, sorry. And lastly cursor to be pointer. Next we need to style our section. It doesn't have an ID or a class, so we'll just say display to be flex. That's all. Next we need to style this class, copy this class left side. For this class we'll add width 45%. Next height to be auto, overflow, hidden, and lastly margin top 20 pixel. Now save this, reload the web page. Now you can see we have our, so next we need to style is our right side, but before doing that we need to style our image left side img. For this one we'll add width 600 pixel, height 500. Next copy this class right side, width 55%, height 300 pixel. Next we'll add color, text align, center, margin top 80 pixel, and lastly we'll add padding of 40 pixel. Next we need to style our span. For this one we'll just add color white. Our h1 tag, text align, center. Next we'll add color, font size, font weight, text transform, next we need to style our p tag. For this one we'll add font size, and lastly we'll add padding 30 pixel by 0. Lastly we need to style is our button. For our button we'll give font size 17 pixel. Next we'll give font weight of 600. Next we'll add color white, and lastly we need to add text transform uppercase, background, linear gradient. Here we'll just say 57, and also we'll add color code. Next we'll add border radius from right, left, bottom. All of them will give 4 pixel, 4 pixel. Next we'll add padding 20 pixel, 35 pixel. Lastly we need to add cursor pointer. Now save your file and reload your web page. Still we are missing something, so go back to your CSS. So for our site header, here we need to add foot 57 degrees, comma. Now save and reload the web page. So next we need to do some correction. So for this, the problem is the site header. Now let's go to our HTML file and here should be site header. So save this. Now go back to your CSS. Also, we forgot to add this under the logo. We have this text COVID, the logo. So for this one, come here and we'll just say dot logo h1. So for this one, we'll add width. We'll add line height 100 pixel, and next we'll add padding left. So we want our logo to be on the left side. So we'll add padding left 50 pixel. Next we need to correct is for our next is our right side h1. For this font weight, I'll give it 900 instead. So now save your file, reload the web page. Now you can see we have our logo on the left side, and also we have our navigation bar, and we have our button and our image on the left side, and we have this amazing text. Also we have our h1 COVID-19 awareness. Now that's all for today. Now we have completed creating our web page. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if it was very helpful, please subscribe.